Good afternoon. Before we begin, I'd just like to thank Patrick Cage from the Worcester Fire Department, the North High Navy Junior ROTC, led by Major Stephen Golden, South High Marching Band, what a wonderful job, and Cassie, and I believe it's Mary from the same network. How about a nice round of applause for the person who organized today's ceremony, Grace Lee Burke, David Rice. Before I begin my formal remarks, I will take a moment to recognize the best supporting team I could ever dream of, my family. My wife, Gail, our children, Nicole, Joseph, and Andrew, my parents, Fran and Bernie, my mother-in-law, Marie Peroni, and though he passed away in August, he's never far from our thoughts, my father-in-law, Frank Peroni. Without their help and advice and support, I will not be standing here today. I just want to say thank you to my family. To my colleagues on the City Council, and the School Committee, to our esteemed Congressman Jim McGovern, District Attorney Joe Early, Sheriff Angelitis, to our legislative delegation, to the City Manager, the Superintendent, and the respective teams, the honored clergy and guests, and to all the people of Worcester. Today, I stand before you with great humility and a strong belief that if we work together in the spirit of public purpose, we can make Worcester a better place for every resident in every neighborhood of this city. To begin today, I want to say a few words about a former mayor, Joe O'Brien. First, I am thankful that Joe remained part of our public life as a city councilor and as chairman of the City Council's Education Committee. He will continue to serve the city well. Moreover, I believe that history will look back on the years that Joe O'Brien served as mayor and conclude that he helped Worcester make incredible progress in spite of the worst economic crisis of our generation. From the landmark contract with our teachers that preserved educational opportunities for our children, to the success of the task force on job growth and retention, to the steel we now see rising at City Square and Gateway Park, bringing jobs and renewal to our downtown. Joe O'Brien's leadership has made a big difference in our city. On behalf of the people of Worcester, Joe, I thank you. Now to the business at hand. We are here to inaugurate a new government for the city of Worcester. I believe it is a government with great potential because it has a mix of new ideas, fresh perspectives, solid core experience, and institutional memory. Each of you on the stage today brings unique talents to the table that will help the city as we work through the tough issues that we now must face. The diversity of viewpoints and personal experiences that you possess reflects our city, and I believe it will help us achieve much progress as we work together. As mayor, my priorities will be clear, and my approach to public policy will be direct. In the past, I have been called the quiet man of the council, and I do take this as a compliment. My style has always been to listen, to think, and to try to make good decisions based on the facts. If that's quiet in comparison to others, well, that's okay with me. Going forward, I will approach governing in the same way. I will address issues with thoughtful consideration and with prudent action. As mayor, however, I will not be quiet, because to accomplish our shared goals, we need leadership, direction, and the ability to get things done. As mayor, I will work with my colleagues in the council and school committee to set an agenda for the city to foster a strong cooperative relationship with the city manager and the superintendent of schools. In Worcester, we are fortunate to have Michael O'Brien as our city manager and Linda Boone as our superintendent. They have both done an outstanding job through both good times and tough times. And I look forward to working with them in a new capacity as mayor. So today, we can probably call this inauguration a beginning, but it is also an ending. It is the conclusion of the electoral process that gives the people of Worcester the right to choose their leaders and shape their future. Everything we do as public officials when we leave this hall today should be guided by what took place in the electoral process that brought us here today. Campaigns are important. They give people a chance to be heard, to raise issues that matter to them, to listen to the candidates, to make their choices. During this fall's campaign, I spoke with people from every corner of this city. More importantly, I listened to what they had to say. Even though there are different issues that impact different neighborhoods, there was a common thread in what people were concerned about and what they want for this city. I think it can be summed very clearly. People want Worcester to be a safe, clean, and welcoming city that provides opportunities for everyone to earn a good living, educate their children, to live peacefully, and to enjoy all the good things that a great city has to offer. This is the reason I ran for mayor, and I believe it's a shared vision. So, as we embark on this new year, I challenge us to set realistic goals and take specific steps to achieve those goals. In the area of public safety, we are fortunate that Worcester has always been one of the safest big cities in the country. But this past year, we've seen an uptick in gun violence and gang activity, including a murder right in front of City Hall. While it is clear that the city remains extraordinarily safe, we must not stand for any violence in any neighborhood. We must support the Worcester Police Department, and I am calling for a new class of recruits to be put on the streets, protecting our neighborhoods as soon as possible. Just a few weeks ago, we suffered the terrible loss of Worcester firefighter John Davies, a hero by any definition. There is nothing we can do to bring John back, but what we must do is honor his memory by supporting his brothers and sisters in the Worcester Fire Department with the tools, technology, and the staffing they need to protect us all. We all recognize that we have an aging housing stock packed together in older neighborhoods. We must use every tool at the city's disposal to ensure that this housing is safe for all those who live here. When it comes to our public schools, I believe a strong education is the most important gift we can give our children. And the truth is that Worcester schools do many things well. As mayor and chairman of the school committee, I look forward to being the strongest advocate we have for public education, and for making sure the success stories they happen every day in our schools get the attention they deserve. At the same time, we must not be blind to the challenges our schools face. Look at this beautiful school here today. Every high school student in Worcester should have access to the state-of-the-art facilities like the students here at North or at our outstanding technical high school. Over the next 2 years, we must begin the process to make long overdue renovations and improvements needed at Doherty, Burncoat, and South High schools. We must also address the needs of the students and families served by Nelson Place School, which is literally crumbling around them. This can only be done with cooperation in